thanks for joining me again for another meditation video. This one is aimed specifically at anxiety, and I wanted to do this specific meditation for a couple of reasons. One of them is that, and if you follow my Facebook or Instagram page at all, you've probably already noticed this, but I am completing an 8-hour charity walk in June, on the 21st of June, for Action Mental Health. And they are a fantastic charity that support people with lots of different mental health issues, one of which is anxiety. So I thought that fit in quite nicely. And the other reason that I want to do it is that right now a huge amount of us all over the world are feeling a lot more anxious, just with everything that's going on with the COVID-19 pandemic and everything that's going on in and around that. People are finding that there's a lot of uncertainty in what the future's going to look like. They're feeling a lot of uncertainty at the present time as well. Some people have lost jobs. They're worried about their family and friends. They've maybe lost loved ones. The list just goes on and on. And even if you might not normally describe yourself as an anxious person, or even at the moment you might not feel very anxious, I think that we have been, having a lot more periods of anxiety at the moment. So hopefully this meditation will help, and it should help everyone. So though it's aimed at anxiety, even if all you want is to take half an hour out of your day just for yourself, and just to do a little meditation, it's going to help us all relax a little bit, whether we're feeling anxious at this moment or not. So thank you very much for taking part. And before we start, I just want you to get yourselves nice and comfortable. If you feel you need to pause the video and do that, you can. You can do the meditation sitting in a chair or lying down, whatever's most comfortable, but just be aware that you're going to be here for about half an hour, or thereabouts. So if you want to get as many pillows, bolsters, blankets, whatever you need to be comfortable just for that length of time, so that you don't have to adjust yourself too much, you don't have to move around too much, and you don't end up feeling stiff or uncomfortable. And if you need to pause and do that, go ahead. And then whenever you're ready, just make any adjustments that you need to. Just get yourself nice and comfortable, sitting or lying where you are, and then close your eyes. And just take a few minutes now and notice how your body feels, just lying or sitting where it is. Start to notice any sensations in the body. Become aware of any tightness or stiffness that you might feel in the body right now. And then notice how your mood feels. Notice any emotions that you can feel right now. Notice if you feel them anywhere in the body physically. And I don't want you to judge your mood or judge how you feel. Just notice that's how you feel. And know that it's okay to feel that way right now. And then I want you to bring your awareness down to your breath. Just start to notice how the tummy and the ribcage expand as you breathe in, and how they contract as you breathe out. Start to notice how the breath feels as it goes in through your nose and down into your lungs and into your tummy. And then notice how it feels as it leaves the lungs and comes back out through your nose. And I want you to just breathe in and out with full awareness of how it feels. And just know that this type of mindfulness about the breath can help us. It can help us calm down if we're feeling anxious, if we're feeling stressed, if we're feeling fearful, or even if we're feeling angry. So anytime that you feel any of these emotions, bring your focus fully to your breath and fully to how your breath feels. And that'll help you start to calm down. You might have noticed that your mind has wandered off. The mind has a habit of wandering off all the time whenever we're meditating. If it has, and you've noticed that it has, just acknowledge that and gently invite your mind back to focusing on your breath. Don't hold any judgment for your mind wandering off. It's perfectly natural. Just notice that it's done that and bring your focus back to your breath. And just bring your focus fully back to your breath. Notice how each inhale feels. Notice how each exhale feels. And then widen your focus out to your whole body. And what we're going to do in this meditation is scan various parts of our body. We're going to notice how they feel. We're not going to judge how our body feels. We're not going to have any opinion on how our body feels. We're just going to notice these different sensations. There's no need to try and change any of the sensations in the body as we scan through it. We're just going to acknowledge them. We're going to acknowledge how our body feels, just where it is in the present moment. So first of all, I want you to bring your awareness to the soles of your feet. Notice the heels. Notice the soles of the feet, the toes, the top of the feet, and then into the ankle joints. And just be aware of the entirety of your feet up to the ankle and notice how your feet feel. Notice if you have any tension, any stiffness, or any discomfort. And then bring your awareness up past the ankle, into the calves, over the shins, and then up to the knee joints. And notice how those lower legs feel. Notice if you have any tension, any stiffness. Maybe notice if one of the legs feels a little bit different to the other, or if they both feel pretty similar. And then bring your awareness up past the knees, over the back of the thighs, and then over the front of the thighs. And then just feel how those legs connect into your hip joints. And again, notice if you have any tension or any stiffness in the legs. And again, we're not trying to change this, we're just going to notice it. Notice if one leg feels a little bit different to the other, or maybe they feel pretty similar. And then start to bring your awareness up to the hip joints themselves. Notice how the back of the hips feel. Notice the front of the hips. And then notice your lower back and your abdomen. Notice how this area of the body feels. And notice if any emotions start to arise here while you're focusing on this area. And it is common for some of us to hold any of our tension or anxiety in our hips and in our abdomen. So if you do notice that any emotions are starting to rise up here, just acknowledge them. Know that it's okay to feel those emotions, and know that it's okay to feel them right now. And then bring your awareness up the spine, firstly into the middle of the back and then into the upper back. Notice how your back feels. Notice if you're holding any tension or tightness in your spine. And if the back feels like it wants to soften here, you can let it if it feels right. But if it feels that it wants to hold on to that tension, that's perfectly okay too. And then start to bring your awareness higher up into the shoulders, into the shoulder blades, and then down into the upper arms, down to your elbows, into your forearms, your wrists, and then out into your hands. Notice if there's any sensations in the body, in your shoulders, in your arms, or in your hands. So we're now going to bring our awareness back to your tummy, just back to your abdomen. And this is where we physically and emotionally digest and assimilate. We physically digest and assimilate our food, and emotionally we digest and assimilate our feelings. And you can notice that your feelings or emotions can actually affect your physical digestion. Some people find that if they're very stressed or anxious, it can affect the digestion in itself. So I want you to notice now how your tummy feels. Whether you can feel any of the tension or anxiety that you're emotionally feeling in the tummy, or if your tummy feels more relaxed. And there's no right or wrong, either's fine. And any emotions or sensations that you do feel, just acknowledge that they're there and accept that it's okay to feel them. It's okay to feel them in the way that you feel them, and it's okay to feel them right now. And then bring your awareness up into the chest and the rib cage. Feel the rise and fall of the chest and rib cage as you breathe. You might even feel your heart beating in your chest. Notice if any of the thoughts or sensations that you have affect your breathing, affect your heartbeat. Just notice them. Notice all of the physical and emotional sensations that you can feel in your chest and your rib cage. And then bring your awareness back to the shoulders again. And some people can find that they carry tension or anxiety in their shoulders. So just notice if you're feeling that way now. Notice if any of your emotional anxiety or tension is manifesting in the shoulder area. Notice if the shoulders feel like they're very close to the ears or very tense. Or notice if they feel quite relaxed. And again, there's no right or wrong here. Just notice if you do feel that emotional tension in the shoulders or not. And then start to bring your awareness up into the neck and the throat, and then up into the jaw and the jaw joint. And this is one of the most exercised joints in the body. It's the joint we use all the time where we communicate. It's what we use when we're eating or drinking. We clench it if we're stressed or angry. I want you to just start to notice how the jaw feels at the moment. If your jaw feels tense or clenched, or if it feels relaxed. Don't worry about changing it. It's fine either way. Just notice if any tension or anxiety that you're feeling is manifesting in the jaw. And then start to bring your awareness up just over the cheekbones, over your eye sockets, your temples, your forehead, and the top of your head. Start to notice how your face feels. Start to notice how your head feels. Notice if you have any tension in your face or in your head, whether that's physical or emotional. And just notice it. Acknowledge that it's there, but don't hold any judgment on it. Just know that if you do feel that tension, that's perfectly okay. And then let your awareness expand out to your entire body. Feel how your entire body feels from the very tips of your toes right up to the top of your head. Just notice how it feels lying or sitting where it is right now at this present moment. As you breathe in, notice that the whole body just gently rises a little bit, and that as you breathe out, it gently falls again. And as you're focusing on your body, again, you might have noticed that your mind has wandered away. Your mind might have wandered away to start to experience thoughts of anxiety or worries or fears. And I want you to know that it's okay to have these thoughts, and that the fact that we've become aware of them means that we can start to acknowledge feeling that way. We can start to notice what the thoughts or feelings or emotions are without holding any judgment about them. Just notice what they are, notice how they make us feel emotionally, and notice how they make us feel physically as well. And if you notice and sit with these thoughts and feelings, what that can allow us to do is to become more aware of what causes them, and become more aware of the how they make our body feel as well, physically. And if you notice that after you've done the mindful breathing, after we've done our mindful body scan, that these emotions or feelings are persisting in the body, what we can do now is start to bring attention to those feelings or emotions. Start to acknowledge what you're feeling and start to feel into those emotions. Start to feel into that anxiety or stress or fear. And I want you to do this with compassion and with gentleness for yourself. I want you to just gently dip into those emotions as if you're dipping your toes into the cold sea. And I want you to acknowledge what the feelings are without trying to analyse them, without trying to judge them. We're just gently feel into the experience of feeling anxious or worried or fearful, and just let it be. I want you to listen to your feelings with compassion and with love for yourself. And there's no need to push yourself further than you can handle. You're just gently working with the edges of those feelings. Feel into the anxiety, the stress, the fear, and acknowledging that it's there. And acknowledging how it makes you feel. And as you learn to sit with these feelings as they are, you can start to discover some of the underlying causes of the fear, the anxiety, the stress, the pain. You can start to discover what really causes it and what really makes you feel that way. And now, very gently, just move your focus back to your breath. Start to fully notice your inhale. Fully notice your exhale. The rise and fall of your tummy and ribcage. Notice where each inhale begins and ends. Where each exhale begins and ends. And just stay fully present in every single breath. And then I want you to start to watch your thoughts as if they are those white fluffy clouds passing through a blue sky. I want you to know that your thoughts just come and go, the same way those clouds just come and go in the sky. Just observe your thoughts coming and going, noticing how they change, noticing that even our most anxious or negative thoughts are not permanent, but that they just come and go through the blue sky that is our mind. Every thought or sensation in our body, whether positive or negative, comes and goes. None of it's permanent. And as we start to become aware of this, it becomes a lot more possible to be more mindful, to be more present in the moment, and to start to become more free of anxiety. We know that the anxiety doesn't last forever and that we can sit more comfortably with it. And then gently return your awareness just back to your breath and how it feels in your body. Notice how it feels to breathe in. Notice how it feels to breathe out. Before we end this meditation, I want you to take a moment to congratulate yourself on taking part, in taking the time to start to turn into your anxieties or stresses or fears, to start to acclimatise to them so that they become less challenging. And I would encourage you to do this meditation as often as you feel you need to, every time you feel stressed or anxious or worried. And just start to take a moment to allow yourself to return to the present very gently and feeling very much at peace. You might want to slowly wriggle your fingers and toes, remove your hands and feet. Maybe you want to give yourself a huge big stretch before you open your eyes and sit up if you're not already doing so. And I want to thank you very much for tuning in for another video, for taking part in this meditation with me. It really means a lot that you guys keep watching. It means a lot that you guys comment, like the videos, comment on Facebook or Instagram, or email me. I love hearing your feedback. I love hearing what you think. Please get in touch. Let me know what you think of the videos. Let me know if there's any particular meditations that you want to see. You know, there's a lot of specialist meditations that I can do for people, so if you're wanting something that just focuses on something in particular, let me know. I'll put all the details down below of how to contact me. You know, I've got Facebook, Instagram, email. I've got a Patreon site as well if you want to support my work, or you want to get exclusive content that you can't see anywhere else. So I'll put all the details in the description down below, and I'll put the details of the charity walk down there as well if you feel that that's a worthy cause that you might want to donate to. I'll put that down below as well, and you can see that too. But you know, if you want to donate, whether to my charity walk or privately, Action Mental Health is a fantastic charity. They deserve our full support, and if you feel like you need any support with your mental health, I would definitely encourage you to look them up and get in touch with them. But thank you very much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. As always, guys, namaste, and thank you very much.